So what we're going to see in this video is extra 8604, which is the boundary sub west running out of Nelson Yard, and we're going to take it as far as we can around the layout before we run out of our 10-minute allotment on YouTube. What we're seeing is the train departing from track number 3 in Nelson Yard. Its local consists of a couple of H-liners, an F7B unit, and a C-liner, and it's got some cars to be switched on the way, which would normally be switched on the way between Nelson and Cascade, which is the engine model portion of the boundary sub. But most of what it's made up are empties and the occasional load for Grand Forks and Midway, which are in west staging, simulated or west staging. So we're seeing the train depart, and there won't be too much in the way of me talking. It's going to be mostly just shots showing how trains move through the different scenes. The train will meet its eastbound counterpart, number 81, at Shields. The number 81 is superior by direction, so the number 8604 is going to take the siding there. Moving along the Kootenay River in this area towards the large set of bridges at Tago, made up of 4 through girders, a deck girder, and a truss, a through truss. The train's now entering South Slocan, which is the junction with Slocan sub. And we'll be passing across the Slocan River Bridge before entering into Castlegar. Castlegar will be a train order station once I get the semaphore switches and the timetable and train order in place. South Slocan was actually a train order station on the prototype, but because of the short distances between the towns, it's just going to be a register station for trains entering and leaving the Slocan boundary, the Slocan subdivision. What look like significantly oversized switch stands are actually just markers which I use to mark the numbers of the remotely activated switches, tortoise switch machine thrown switches, and they correspond to the panel and the number, so that the operators should have a relatively easy time finding the switches, finding the controls to throw the switches as they're operating. The train's now passing behind the large pulp mill, and it will enter into a 2-turn helix, which is the only hidden helix trackage on the main line. Try to keep that to a minimum, and even that's probably more than I would like, but you know, we'll see how long it takes, so I won't actually edit out the time. You can actually see how long the train disappears for when it's entering into the helix. Train's progress can be tracked on the LED indicators. You'll see it tracks some of these town locations are generally flooded when the height of the Lower Arrow Lake was raised, when the Kingsley Side Dam was put in place. The reason both lights are flashing there is because it's a 2-track helix at this point. The outside track is the one that the main one is on. The inside track is the continuous run between Truth and Cascade. And the infrared sensor actually bridges both. So it's coming out of shields now. Taking the siding. That's train 81, which is the eastbound boundary sub train, with the loads coming from Grand Forks and Castlegar, Grand Forks and Midway. Once we're in the clear, 81 will proceed, and then extra 8604 will continue westbound. Align the switch for the main. And 8602 will take the lead on train number 81. So we have about a minute left on the YouTube allotment, so we'll get the train to Coykendahl and we'll leave it there.